Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the sound system demo of the 2020 Nissan Altima and its 9-speaker Bose audio system. This is going to be an in-depth look at the sound system. We're going to take a listen to some sample tracks, look at audio inputs, ways to control the system, get out on the road, listen to some sample tracks while we're driving. I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Before we get started, let's hop out, take a quick look at this car. This is the top level of Nissan's family sedan, the good old Altima. Being the platinum trim, we've got all the goodies and gadgets, including a 2-liter variable compression turbocharged engine. If you guys want to see more on this Altima, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out a bunch, helps us make all these cool videos. Check out our full review as well as our real-world highway fuel economy test. Links to those will be in the description. Let's go ahead and take a look at speaker locations. Here in the Altima, we've got 1, 2, 3 in the center, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. No subwoofer in here, however, these deck lid woofers actually do a really good job at producing bass, and other than the biggest, heaviest bass hits, you'd be surprised that the Altima doesn't have a dedicated subwoofer. For audio inputs here in the Altima, you've got your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, Bluetooth, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay support, USB Type A and Type C, as well as a 3.5mm auxiliary input jack. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, you don't have yourself a CD player, but here in 2020, that's not too surprising. For ways to control volume, you've got a nice volume knob here with good detents. You've also got good volume selection here on the steering wheel. For track selection, you've got touchscreen controls, knob for turning, as well as steering wheel controls here. 2 ways to get into the sound settings. You can either press this tuning knob and get your individual sound settings put up on the top there, or you can go into the settings menu here, go to sound, and you get all of them displayed. So you have your standard bass, treble, front, rear, left, right, balance, and fader. So we always do these tests with the sound settings set to their factory defaults. We'll go through and sample bass and treble now. Here's full bass. And treble. You also have some speed-sensitive volume adjustments. As you go faster, the audio will get louder. All right, let's get started. Now, for those of you who watch our sound system tests regularly, you know this song is a really good test for any system. It'll really expose any weaknesses if a car's got it. Go through and walk you back through that track. So right here, we got some nice crispness. Definitely hear it coming from the front tweeters up there. And then the bass guitar comes in, but the tweeters don't lose any sort of power. Still very even volume. I like to see that. Or hear it, rather. Then the strong music comes in, and nothing is harsh on your ears. It's nice to be able to listen to the radio at a loud volume and not have a lot of harshness in your ears. Everything's still pretty well balanced. It's not impressive to the point where I'm noticing instruments coming from all different parts of the cabin, and it's not really thumping away in my chest like something would in, say, a Lexus with a Mark Levinson or a really high-end system like that. But for a $38,000 family sedan, it's a very crisp, respectable sound. So here's our bass test. I'll turn the bass all the way up for you savages. So as I was saying earlier, even without a dedicated subwoofer, we're getting a lot of mirror shakage and a little tiny bit of outside mirror shakage, but I can really feel this. I can feel it even a little bit in my chest. So impressive work from Bose and Nissan here with the rear woofer placement there, even without having a dedicated trunk subwoofer. Now, I have noticed that a few songs kick in a little bit too much bass, and it's not very crisp since it's just coming from those rear deck speakers. So sometimes I've found myself wanting to turn the bass down just a notch or two. Wrap up my thoughts on the 9-speaker Bose audio system here in the top-level Nissan Altima. Overall, quite a strong sound system. You gotta remember the class of vehicles we're in. You're not often seeing super high-end Harman Kardon, Bowers and Wilkins. Even Bose is not super common in this segment. You're getting a lot, like from Honda, you're just gonna have a very standard, not very good audio system in the Altima. Now the Camry does have a very, very good audio system. It's arguably the best in this class. But for $38,000 here, this Bose system does a really nice job. Objectively speaking, against all systems, it's probably getting about a 7, maybe 7.5, just because it has that 3.5mm auxiliary input jack and a very easy-to-use infotainment system. But within the class of family sedans, I think it earns itself an 8. Very dynamic, very easy to use, very good listening for both quiet and loud. I think Nissan and Bose did a good job here. If you like the video, hit that subscribe button, like, all those good things. Check out our other Altima content, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.